Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another normal game sent in by you, the fans, to Lifesaglitchtv at gmail.com. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yes?
Hit me up with the sound of accidentally putting your car in reverse while it's still moving forward. just let it a wet fart at the end there. Just a little,
shit yourself a little bit.
Extra surprise.
Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not?
I would shit myself if I did that.
I have done it.
To be honest, oh god.
I have done it. I've done it in the old.
Did you fuck your transmission?
Oh, it dropped. It literally dropped. So.
Oh shit! That's
do you not remember this, bro?
Dropped.
So
I forgot.
I'm at a red light. And I used to do this stupid shit. I used to drive this 91 hatchback Civic. And for whatever reason, I'd always put it in the neutral and then like revving. Fucking rev it and then jam it into drive. Well, this one time I was chilling up on Dumbrack and I'm at a red light and I'm with Scott. I think it was me, Scott, Dustin. I don't recall who was all there, but dude, I revved that bitch up. And then, because there was this guy sitting next to me at the light like he wanted to race. And did I accidentally I revved it and then jammed it into reverse by accident, dude? I heard the biggest gears just grind and the transmission dropped to the ground. It fell like it was dragging on the road.
Oh, can you imagine the other guy looking over and just bro. This guy.
And then, what did I do? I got it towed up to Civic Pride, and then I took the manual transmission out of a 95 Civic and then turned it from an automatic to a manual. And that's it. By the way, this is supposed to be a normal game.
This is definitely not normal.
This is not normal. We got some cheese going here. We got a cannon rush happening. The high ground is taken here from Arntor. Is that how you pronounce it?
Arntor, yes.
Arntor. And unfortunately for CrankShaft, he's getting the shaft right now, and that cheese has officially failed. But
it failed.
But did it though, Adam?
Well,
yeah, it failed.
It did force. Yeah, I mean, it definitely did. But I guess you have to look at it like how much did it force Arntor to do that he wasn't going to do already, and was that worth the trade-off for the amount of minerals CrankShaft spent? How many cannons did CrankShaft make?
I think only 2.
Plus a pylon?
Yeah, I mean, he's in it.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I actually think that CrankShaft is slightly in the lead simply because he's got 2 assimilators, he's double pumping gas, and he's still fully saturated. Up here, we're not fully saturated. We only have 1 gas. And there's 0 tech, and he went for an expansion. You cannot expect CrankShaft at this stage in the game to then just go for an expansion. You have to realize that he's just going to all in you. What in the sweet tits is this fucking build? He's now gone double robo. Not 1, but 2. His core is very late. Like, if his core was a bit sooner, if he had gotten a core instead of the second gate and then went robo, then dropped down 2 or 3 more gates, got out 1 immortal, 1 warp prism while all this shit was finishing, and then did a drop, this would be GG. No doubt. Yeah. Easy game. It's done. Unfortunately, he went double robo. His warp gate research is not being close to being done. He's putting cannons here for whatever reason. And he's forced to be on 1 base, and his opponent knows he's on 1 base. So now he's preparing for this. Lots of shield batteries. He's got the pylon out here at the natural. He knows what's going on. Now he's going to run back probably to take out this pylon. And I think that this is a bluff. I think he's making it seem like he wants to expand, but he's not going to do it. He's going to kill this off. My guess is he's double pumping Immortal. Right after this, Warp Prism, 1 more gate, and he's going to move up. This is what I'm calling. Am I right or am I wrong? We're going to find out.
I mean,
please don't expand.
It looks like it.
Don't expand.
About it.
Don't do it. Please just tell me that was a bait. Yeah,
no, he just spent money somewhere else. He spent somewhere. So he's not doing it. He's not doing it. So he's going to be getting himself into his Immortal. He's got 2 of them now. Cannon is there. He's got the forward pylon in place. It looks like he's preparing himself for a little timing attack, Mr. Black, and I think it's probably going to be pretty damn successful.
Well, it'd be successful if he had gotten the Warp Prism instead of this Immortal, and then he did a drop. His issue is this. This is his issue. 2 cannons here.
At the front of the base, yeah.
His saving grace is there's only 1 pylon. So if he focuses down on that pylon and he kills it fast enough, he's going to win this game. But if he sits there and he allows these cannons to do damage while the units are in the front, and he gets off this bullshit fucking overcharge shit that they put on these batteries, I'm not sure he's going to break through. It's all going to boil down to, can he kill that pylon? Because that Artosis pylon is, well, it's an Artosis pylon. It's not very good, but that Immortal's now out. The 3rd one is on his way. He is expanding behind this. I would have just preferred to see an all-in. You can't have it both ways. You got to be decisive.
He went all the way up to the edge and just didn't commit.
Exactly. I mean, he put the tip in, and she wanted more, and he decided, nah, I'm not ready yet. And now she's disappointed.
Yeah. Now just playing a game of just the tip. No Guardian Shield, no nothing. Just raw dogging this
Well, he
shit.
got rid of that Immortal.
Classic.
He got rid of that Immortal very quickly. Kill the fucking pylon! Please!
Nope.
It just feels like Arntor just doesn't give a fuck this is happening right now. I am sensing zero urgency. Like none.
It's true, it doesn't look like he cares very much. I don't know. At the same time, I don't know what else he could do. Probably build some more shield batteries behind this to like continue to hold the line. But like, what else does he have to do? Like, look at his main base. What does he even have like for production?
Nothing
available to him right now. The answer is nothing.
The
so
Immortal.
the reason why there's no urgency is because even if he wanted to be urgent,
yeah,
he doesn't have anything to be urgent with.
Adam, if he would have just killed this damn pylon, then
he wins the game.
He just would have won the game. I'm confident enough that I still think he's gonna win this game. But but I mean, geez. Although there's more batteries.
A lot faster.
Yeah. I think it's probably gonna have to boil down. He's probably gonna have to get a Robo Bay and get disruptors, and he's gonna have to do a big hit because it's gonna be tough to break at this point.
He has to start producing some fucking probes to saturate his natural, because the longer this goes, the more Arntor's got. If he can't sacrifice 100 minerals at a time for a couple of probes and start getting that process done, Arntor holds this, he counters, and he's gonna have very little economy to back it up.
That was a nice force field, getting that Immortal out of position. There it is. He gets another overcharge on the batteries, but you can see how much damage can be dealt.
Immortals do.
Yeah, like, he's going to lose that Immortal. Dude, he's losing so much shit. If he would have just killed the one pylon right there, it was just right there. When he did that first attack, like, now he's just getting his shit pushed in. And even he's got batteries here.
One pylon to rule them all. Oh, yeah. He's defended it. This is just a battery versus battery, so Arntor can push him out, but he needs to be able to out-immortal him, basically. There's one battery there, so he can eventually, like, he's got no energy left. If he went in now, he could do it.
Yeah.
But, you know, he could use another Immortal, which he does have in production, but it's some time away. He's getting into his Templar now as well. But this is just such an odd match. Both of them not being able to commit too much to their expansions, although Arntor does seem to be doing more. Still to this point, CrankShaft not put a single probe on the mineral line really in his expansion. So he's got it now. He's splitting them off and he's starting to try and make the magic happen. But honestly, if Arntor counters right now,
well, the problem is if Arntor goes over there, he's going to be facing exactly what he just was dealing with, right? So I think at this point, Arntor just needs to macro heavy, keep his observer to see what's going on, and then get some more tech. He needs to get disruptors. He needs to get a third. Perhaps grab charge, since you know your opponent is still going heavy Immortal, and then, you know, kind of switch into that, maybe go charge lot Archon. But one way or another, he needs the macro. I think him just going to counter, he's going to walk right into the same shit that he just had to defend against, and if it doesn't go his way, then he's leaving himself open for a counter and death. So I think we're at a bit of a standstill right now. CrankShaft could have won this game early on. He picked off an Immortal instantly. If he only would have just focused down on that one pylon, this game would have been over 4 minutes ago. Seriously.
Yeah, it's for sure, because the only things that saved Arntor there were all the batteries and the cannon that was all being powered by that one pylon.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a point, if I'm not mistaken, where in the last couple of weeks in PvPs, you've been a bit stumped and everyone's a bit stumped from what I've seen, as to what the fuck do you do at this point? Because like you said, if you go to attack, you're up against the exact same shit that you just defended.
Yeah.
It's batteries and cannons and immortals and stalkers.
Turtle toss.
It's very hard to break the wall. Yeah, it's very hard to break the wall with the same units, which is like ironically what everyone has anyway, because that's what you need in order to defend the fucking attack that you just took. We start to see CrankShaft looks to be going into some Colossus, but yeah, I don't know what the answer is to this either. I mean, the only suggestion my new brain came up with the other day was to just, you have to involve some drops where you're getting away from these front lines where the batteries aren't, and because you have to be able to get ahead, and the only way you can get ahead is if everyone's turtling, is doing economic damage, and the only way to get past the wall is with drops.
Yeah, I mean, drops do work, but you got to be careful with how much you are dropping, because sometimes what drops do too is it triggers.
We don't want to overcommit.
It triggers the opponent to go, okay, well, you're going to drop. If I run all the way back to my base or I recall, I'm going to be in some trouble. If you put in too much there, it's going to entice them to go and counter, and then you're going to lose. So, but this is a scary army. And now he's back inside here, so he's going to lose both of these gateways. And I wouldn't kill both of these gateways yet, because this creates a choke, you know? You want to get them down, exactly what Arntor is doing right now, but you don't want to kill them because you're creating a pathway for these Immortals to get out. Fortunately, his one battery is completely juiced out. But once again, this is just heavy Stalkers. That's a lot of Immortals, dude. And now Disruptors are getting pumped out. This is the great differentiator. One of these big hits go off, that's it. It's over. It's done. We'll see if he can get them off.
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, like you were saying, he should have left some room for the choke to just stay a choke, because now he's going to deal with all of these Immortals. He is going to be overwhelmed the majority of this, but really with those Immortals being mostly full health, they'll clean all of his units up here, especially with the reinforcements being able to be warped in. Yep. And so Arntor is completely held at the base front to CrankShaft, and now he's going to have to be up against the eventual counter that will include, as Mr. Black was saying, some Dodgeball. And Dodgeball, well, it's a hell of a fucking drug.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen him just take the Stalkers and chase off that Immortal and just get the easy Mortal kill. I understand there's a few Zealots there, but just bring your Immortals back to kill them. Meanwhile, he is now grabbing a third, which is what I like. He's defended that nicely. And exactly what I was talking about. You go over there and you counter. You're going to deal with the same shit that you had just dealt with. That's why you would have needed to get the Disruptors. I called for Disruptors a while back. It's the only way you get off a big disruption. I would have loved to have seen Arntor grab a third, tech up, then move down with Disruptors. That one little tiny choke with these two gateways there would have been a perfect spot for him to sneak in some disruptions. And if he tried to funnel out, you know, he would have had a nice concave there to just melt CrankShaft's army. Unfortunately, he got a little bit too overzealous, pardon the pun, and he ran in there, and he got a shit pushed in for it. You know, it is what it is. And I get it. Yeah. It's frustrating. I've been there. I don't like these long, drawn-out, macro-based PvP games. I fucking hate them. I just want to go out and bang. Problem is, that's not the meta. Because of these batteries and the overcharge capabilities, you have to play more patient.
That's a lot of disruptors.
That's a lot. That's like a game over amount.
That's a lot of disruptors. This is going to be very hard to be able to avoid all of them. And unfortunate push-out time for Arntor.
That's okay.
I think CrankShaft spotted that. And now he's going to get... Oh, this is bad news.
Oh, boy. Oh, they're bunched.
That's bad news. First one doesn't catch. Oh, bad.
Oh, second one didn't catch either. Those charge lots. There you go. Oh, killed it just before it went off.
Catch either.
That's big.
Wow.
That's big.
A third.
Holy shit.
Bro, everything. These Zealots aren't even helping right now. They could be in there fucking doing work.
Yes.
Oh, my God. If
could have done
lose another one here, that would be catastrophic.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Okay, so what should have been like the world's fastest cleanup by CrankShaft turned out to be catastrophic for him instead. And Arntor, with the most perfect timings on those dodgeball kills, managed to avoid 95% of all damage done by those, 5 disruptors?
Yeah.
That's huge.
Massive.
And changed the course of the fucking game right there. That was like a game-ending kind of scenario, and flipped it, and now gives Arntor more time.
It does. Unfortunately for Arntor, he is still behind in this game, simply because his main is almost dried. It's almost sapped. He is going to try and put down a third now, but it is too late. That third needed to go down during that attack. He is oversaturated here. Still isn't getting gas, so he is hurting bad, dude. 120 minerals and 30 gas. Yeah, he's got a Archon, but we got the tech over here. We've got a third that's more than halfway done, and a third that hasn't even started over here. This is bad news bears for Arntor. Bad.
Yeah, it's true. Arntor
he's all
really
in.
Needed to,
he's all in.
He is. He's moving. He's moving everything, and he knows it. So at least he recognizes it. He knows. He knows he should have probably gotten that expansion out earlier, and he doesn't have the opportunity. And as you would imagine in mirror matchups, as soon as you're back a base like that at this stage of the game, it's pretty much game over if you don't win. 2 more disruptors about to pop just as this attack begins. 1 disruptor with only a handful of health remains from that first attack. He's got the Warp Prism down. He's bringing in the last of the reinforcements
for
the $4.19 he's got back, and he's about to give it the fucking good old college try, Mr. Black.
I like it. This is what you got to do. This is desperation. He's well aware of the position that he's in right now. If he were to get that third, try and macro it out. It's an auto loss. Why not try and catch him off guard, use the probes as the meat shield, take a lot of that DPS off, and hopefully find your way into a victory. But with a choke like that and all these disruptors, this is going to be awful. That's 1 hit. Here's another hit with the forward blink, and they go down, and that is not good at all. His entire army is getting absolutely shredded. And that's GG.
Yeah, unlike the last attack, that's going to be game. Unlike the last attack, he did not dodge any of those balls. He ate every one of those. He blinked into one, unfortunately. He made the bad decision of walking into a choke knowing that his opponent has been going heavy disruptors. I found that very interesting. If I was going to go through that choke, I would have blinked to get through the choke and get the fuck out the way. Because, you know, what else are you going to fucking do? And even then, if you blink out, you lose your main ability to get away from those disruption hits. It was going to be tough either way. But
he wasn't winning that, Arntor, but it's okay. Yeah,
he did. You know, he did pretty good considering what happened there. And even though CrankShaft could have won 7 minutes in, you know, very good game in general.
Yeah, solid game. It was supposed to be a Nang, but it ended up being a Will Cheese fail. And it actually, the Cheese ended up winning because remember, CrankShaft was the guy that originally did the cannons.
It's true.
And I'm not a big fan of this double robo shit. Would have loved to have seen him just put the core down immediately, get 1 robo, turn it into a 4-gate or even a 3-gate robo all in and drop. Don't even fight here. Go right down here, drop, use your Warp Prism as the elevator so you don't have to keep going in and going out, and then fuck him from the inside out. He didn't do that. It still worked out. Very, very solid game. Very good defense over here from Arntor, considering. And dude, both these games so far today have been pretty good. I'm not complaining. Solid.
Oh, it's been good stuff. So let's cross our fingers and hope that the next one's just as good.
All right.